Hello, my name is Bianca and I am from the suburbs of Chicago, Illinois, and I decided to come to South Korea to teach English to children. The reason that I decided to come to South Korea in the first place is because I was just very interested in Korean culture and I wanted to learn more about it. And I was also hoping to pick up the language. Also, I just love kids, so I thought, what an exciting opportunity to be able to both live in Korea and teach children. I did a lot of research before deciding exactly how I wanted to come to South Korea, and I knew that I wanted to come through a program because I was going to be teaching at a hagwon. So I made that decision first, and then I did a lot of extensive research, and eventually I decided to go with Explore. Explore really stood out to me for a few reasons. One of those reasons was that there was an in-class curriculum to get your teaching English as a second language license. So I knew that that was not something that I wanted to do online. And there's going to be a lot of people out there that say, oh, just get the $25 certificate online and you can take the courses online to do it for, I guess, cheaper. But let me tell you, those in-class lessons and everything that we learned on how to teach children were so needed and so necessary and helped me greatly. I go back to those lessons that we learned all of the time, especially when it comes to lesson planning. I think that when you're dealing with children, you do not want to cheap out on that, especially if you're going to be teaching children abroad. So, right, we're learning how to teach children English, but we're also learning cultural responsiveness and how to deal with being embedded into a different culture. So I think that the in-class instruction was very imperative to my role as being a good teacher. Also, while doing the in-class, while we're learning, we got the unique opportunity to actually go to some schools beforehand and do some kind of practice teaching. So that was very beneficial. And I think what I learned most about those practice teaching classes is classroom management, which is vital to being a teacher. And of course, just how the lessons go and how to properly time those. So I'm glad that I was able to get that experience of being in a classroom before actually starting at my placement, because I felt better prepared and I felt that I knew what to expect a little bit more than if I had not had done the in-class work. So once that program was over, once we were done spending the month up there in Incheon, we actually were then sent to our placements. So my director who is lovely. My director has been nothing short of a saint. She is absolutely amazing. My director flew me from Seoul to Busan because I'm teaching near Busan and not too far from Busan, about an hour outside of Busan. So she picked me up from the airport and we drove out here to Tongyeong, which is where I was placed. I love Tongyeong, by the way. If you are lucky enough to get placed out here, I feel like I've hit the lottery as far as placements go, as far as schools go, as far as directors go. I really, really do. I love my school. I love Tongyeong. It is right on the sea. I walk by the ocean every single day. The weather is quite mild, so the winter was not that bad. And the people are really friendly. I know, like, people kept saying, oh, you're going down south and you're not going to be near Seoul anymore and English won't be as widespread. And that is true. English is not as widespread. But I find the people here to be so warm and welcoming, and I think they're not as used to seeing foreigners down here as they are up there. So there's a lot of curiosity and interest and just very, again, welcoming and warm. So the training process, it wasn't too long at all. It was about a week's training process, which was just me observing my director teaching the classes that I would be teaching. So actually, the teaching ended up being way different than what I was taught. So that did throw me off a little bit. But eventually you will get into the swing of things, you know. Every hagwon, every school, wherever you're going to be teaching at, does things a little bit differently. So you and your director, or if you're at a public school principal, will be able to make it work. You'll be able to make it work. And again, even though the teaching process is different than what I learned, what I learned still helps me majorly when I am planning lessons. And all of my lessons are planned from a book. So and we learned that, and so that's very helpful. I think that teaching abroad is one of the best decisions that I've ever made. I feel that I have a really special connection with all of my students. They are so sweet, so lovely. They always want to talk to me in English. They even write me little cards, birthday cards. Like, they are just so cute and very sweet, and I truly hope they never forget me. I certainly will never forget them. And it was really exciting to come in and teach where I'm teaching, because I'm the first ever foreign teacher at my school. So I feel that that makes this experience even more special for me and for them. So some struggles while being, out here in South Korea. Say number one is communication. So I can't not speak Korean, and a lot of people obviously here cannot speak English. So that has been a struggle, I will not lie, but it's never stopped anything. I think today, with the technology that we have, moving to a different country where you don't speak the language and where they don't speak your language isn't as crazy or hard as it used to be. Papago is a great app, because not only will it translate your voice as you're speaking into it, but it will translate text, pictures of things, and that has been extremely beneficial when you go out to restaurants, when you go out just outside, when you want to go meet your friends somewhere and you're not sure what the name of the restaurant or cafe is. You can use the Papago images and see exactly what it says. So you do not need an expensive device. I was ignorant and I bought a really expensive device, translation device, upon coming here. You don't need it. All you need is your phone and the Papago app. Trust me. So anyways, a lot of people told me, don't do it, don't go to South Korea. I think that they just don't know anything about South Korea. And I know that makes some people hesitant. But if you want to go to any country, if you want to do anything, I think you should just do it. I heard a lot of stereotypes about South Korea before coming here. I heard, that I was going to be treated as lesser than because I was dark skinned. I heard that, just crazy things. And while some of the stereotypes that I heard could be true, right? A lot of it was not true. A lot of people, again, have been nothing but extremely sweet to me, very welcoming. I heard a lot of bad things about teaching at Hagwons before coming here. And the experience at my Hagwon has been nothing short of amazing, nothing but positive. So I really think if you want to do something, do not let anyone hold you back, and that you should definitely do it, because you just don't know until you try it yourself. Before I decided to come to South Korea, I watched a million videos about girls who gone to South Korea, seeing young girls who gone to South Korea who looked like me. I wanted to see what their experience was, and some were positive, some were very negative experiences, and they ended up leaving. And most, though, were just regular experiences. And I feel like I'm in that category where I've had an extremely positive experience so far. So again, nothing can prepare you for something until you actually do it. So I strongly suggest, if you want to go abroad and you want to try the teaching experience, do it. So again, my name is Bianca Bramel. I'm out here in Tongyeong, South Korea, and I could not have made a better choice if I wanted to. Thank you.